Pots and pans rattle in the kitchen early in the morning. Baby birds high in the trees, singing at the top of their lungs. Sky breaking pink and orange, sunshine on the way. I got a feeling deep inside, today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a good day. I don't care what we do, I don't care where we go. As long as I got you here beside me, all I need to know. I don't care what we do, I don't care where we go. As long as I got you here beside me, all I need to know. All I need to know. All I need to know. Pots and pans rattle in the kitchen early in the morning. Baby birds high in the trees, singing at the top of their lungs. Sky breaking pink and orange, sunshine on the way. I got a feeling deep inside, today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a good day.
Good morning. Oh my gosh, today is a beautiful day. It is incredible outside. The sun is shining, the sky is blue, and it feels like forever since we have been together. So I don't know if I'm supposed to be here or not, but you know what? I know that when we have stories together on a Saturday morning, the day is always better. So I just thought I'd pop in and we'd do a couple of stories together. So good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. It's story time on Saturday. Is anybody here new? I have no idea who's out there. There's probably nobody watching right now, but you know what? Maybe you'll watch later. I don't know. But if you have been here, this is your very first time here, put your arm up, 5-finger wiggle. And if you've been here forever and ever or you're back, oh, honestly, I say this every time. It feels so good to stretch. All right, second verse. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. It's story time on Saturday. Let's read a book or two. And I'm excited. I've got 3 books that I want to share with you today. And sometimes I do this. Sometimes what I do is I look what's on the news shelf. And so the books that I'm going to share today are books that are new to me and maybe new to you. All right, last verse. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Before we get started, let's hop like a kangaroo. Hop, 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 hop. Let's do that again. I've got a squeaky chair. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Before we get started, let's hop like a kangaroo. Hop, 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 hop. It's so good to see you. Sun is shining bright. Let's sing another song. Because this is what I was thinking. The more we get together, the more we get together, together, together. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Lucinda, it's good to see you. The more we get together, together, together. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Oh, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. So true, so true. All right, well, the first book that I want to read today is, I just love the illustrations, and it's one of those books where Can you tell already? They're just great illustrations. There aren't many words, so the pictures tell an awful lot of the story. So when you are sharing books together, sometimes you really just have to spend some time looking at the pictures. So this picture has the cover has a title. And the title of the book is called Off Limits. But if you look underneath, it actually says office. So another sign's been put up to say off limits. And I don't know whether you've actually ever heard that before. When somebody says that's off limits, it means you're not supposed to go there. And here's what's so great about these illustrations. I'm going to come a little bit closer. So there aren't any words on this page, but can you hear that dog's tail? If you have a dog at home, you know that thump, 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 thump on the floor. So even though there are no words, I bet you can hear that dog's tail. So the sign is going up. Off limits. Do you see somebody peeking in? Hello. I'm just looking. There's nothing wrong with just looking. What do you see? You see a tape dispenser? Do you see scissors? And a pencil? Looks like there's a marker there. And I don't think anyone would just miss one piece of tape. Just one little teeny tiny piece of tape. Well, how about another? Why, thank you. Don't mind if I do. Oh, hello, Mr. Lamp. Oh, what a lovely scarf. Do you know what you would look good with? What would look good with your scarf, Mr. Lamp? Paper clips, and binder chips, and binder chips, and paper clips, and binder clips, and... Do you see how all the paper clips are making that paper clip chain, and the binder clips? Hello! Do you know what these are? These are those wonderful Post-it notes. Oh, Post-it notes are so much fun. Pinky, blue, blue, yellow, yellow, yellow. Do you see how she's made a pattern here? La, la. Good night. light and joy be with you all. Isn't it a wonderful picture? And she's made paper chain, post-it notes, paper clips, binder clips. Oh, look, stars. This is an incredible picture. Wow! Uh-oh. Oh dear. I'm in so much trouble. Daddy! Uh-oh. Isn't that sweet? So while the little child is in Daddy's office, Daddy is in the child's room. And they're both discovering how much fun it is to play in each other's rooms. Now, of course, we know we should ask for permission, but I just think that's a really sweet book. And I think it's a very, very nice ending, that they're enjoying each other's company in their room. So that is called Off Limits. And I just think it's a really sweet book. All right. I hear lots of music outside. I think something's happening outside. But we're going to have some music inside. Let's see what we can do.
I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh. Oh, I love you so. My love for you is as big as a tree, bigger than a whale living in the sea, larger than the moon up in the sky, it's true. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh. Oh, I love you so. My love for you is strong as a glue, stronger than an ox and a donkey too. The strength of a diamond doesn't compare, it's true. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh. Oh, I love you so. My love for you goes as high as a kite, higher than an airplane taking flight. My heart swells up when I think of you, it's true. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh. Oh, I love you so. Oh, I love you so. Oh, I love you so.
Great song. Well, this is a book, which ties in with the song. It's called Crocodiles Need Kisses Too. A beautiful book, wonderful illustrations, and fantastic message. Despite their lumpy, bumpy hide, toothy mouths stretched open wide. Just like me, and just like you, crocodiles need kisses too. Regardless of their prickly spines, sharpened quills raised up in lines, just like me and just like you, porcupines need cuddles too. Although they have shaky tails, pointy fangs, and slippery scales. You know what that is, don't you? Just like me and just like you, rattlesnakes need squeezes too. Looks like there's a party going on outside. Maybe there's a car wash. I don't know. I don't know if you can hear it. Even with their wrinkly peaks, taloned feet, and hook-like beaks, just like me and just like you, vultures need some muzzles too. Forget their ragged, jagged grins, turning, churning, circling fins. Just like me and just like you, great white sharks need smooches too. Ignore their hulky, bulky chest, beating, banging on their breast. You know what they're going to say, right? Just like me and just like you, gorillas need a few hugs too. Never mind their pouncing paws, their raging roars and scratchy claws. Just like me and just like you, tigers need some snuggles too. Ooh. Beyond their scary, hairy legs, 8 black eyes, and sack of eggs. Yikes. Just like me, and just like you, tarantulas need tickles too. Regardless of your smashing tail, howling cry and yowling wail, you have to look at this picture carefully. So someone's inside that costume. What's true for them is true for you. Children need affection too. Despite our looks and what we do, we all need love. And I love you. Isn't that sweet? Crocodiles need kisses too. Wonderful pictures. Fantastic message. Even the tarantulas need tickles too. That was fun. All right. Well, maybe they're having to practice outside. They're playing outside, we're inside, and we're having a good time. We have not done this in so long. Are you ready?
Now this is called the Silly Dance Contest, where the silliest dancer is always the best. You just dance, dance, dance as silly as you please, and when the music stops, then you freeze. Dance any way you want to, dance any way you please, dance any way you want to, but stop when I say freeze. Hold that freeze as quiet as you can. And get ready for the Silly Dance Contest Round 2. Dance any way you want to, dance any way you please, dance any way you want to, but stop when I say freeze. Freeze. Like a statue. Now if you look silly, you're doing great.
Thank goodness.
And this time we're going to jump up and down as high as we can. Jump as high as you want to, jump as high as you please, jump as high as you want to, but stop when I say freeze. Stay frozen. Some people freeze with a silly face. And this time, let's dance as fast as we can. Dance as fast as you want to, dance as fast as you please, dance as fast as you want to, but stop when I say freeze. I told you that was fast.
That was very fast.
But now here's the hard one. Dancing in slow motion.
It's my robot.
Dance as slow as you want to. Dance as slow as you please. Take a partner. Dance as slow as you want to, but stop when I say freeze. One final round of the Silly Dance Contest. Dance any way you want to, dance any way you please, dance any way you want to, but stop when I say freeze. And it ends with your arms stretched way up high in the air. And when the music gets lower,
Start
everybody
bending.
shrinks a little lower.
Bend your elbow.
And then lower.
Bend your waist.
And lower. And lower. And all the way down.
And then I have to check to see if you're still there. And you are. It's good to do the Silly Dance Contest. All right, I have one more book. And this is another new book. It has that special new sticker on it. Love the illustrations. Lost and Found. And doesn't it look like all of these animals are looking right at you? Lost and Found. The wood mouse and the rabbit raced around the big bend in the forest. "What's that?" said the wood mouse, stopping short in her tracks. And again, this is another one where it's almost as if we can hear the screech. Stops dead in her tracks. On a moss-covered mound lay a rag doll, and the rabbit moved closer to sniff the doll. He knew the fresh, sweet fragrance of the forest after the rain and the scent of wild honeysuckle floating on the breeze. But Rabbit didn't know this smell. The otter poked her head out of her burrow, and she placed a paw on the rag doll's hair. the otter asked. And she knew the feel of the rough, ragged tree roots and the soft, silky heads of the pussy willows by the river, but she didn't know this. The other forest animals gathered around for a look. "It doesn't have a tail," said the hedgehog. "Or a wet nose," said the white-tailed deer. Let's just stop for a second. How many animals are here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. "And it doesn't like nuts," said the squirrel. So if we add the squirrel in, how many do we have? That would make 6. Along came the beaver, who knew the sound of water washing over the dam and the whine of a wayward wind. "What's that?" he asked when he spotted the rag doll. "We don't know," said the rabbit. "I don't know either," said the beaver, "but I do know what those are." And the beaver pointed to a patch of footprints leading away from the doll. "Let's follow them," he said. The animals wove in and out of the shady glade and under a canopy of oak trees, and they kept going until they came to a meadow. They had never been out of the forest before, and it was a little frightening, but they were curious. Before them was a wide stretch of gray. "What's that?" asked the squirrel. And the animals knew that the forest trails, thickly carpeted with leaves and rounded path of the moon across the sky. But they'd never seen a road. They cautiously crossed it, and on the other side was a house. "What's that?" said the wood mouse. The animals had seen the eagle's matted nest and the den of a hibernating bear, but they'd never seen a home like this. Suddenly, the door of the house flew open, and a child ran into the yard. The child looked familiar. It had brownish hair and dark eyes, and it had floppy arms and legs, and it was wrapped in soft-colored cloth. "Is that it?" said the wood mouse. "Maybe," said the rabbit. "I think so," said the squirrel. "Without a doubt," cried the beaver. When the child returned to the house, the animals tiptoed into the yard and placed the rag doll on the swing. And then they scurried back to the deep forest where they went about their business. But the next evening when the moon appeared, the animals scampered to the edge of the forest again. And across the wide gray road in the window of the house shone a bright light. "What's that?" said the rabbit. "It shines, but it's not a star," said the hedgehog. They crept across the yard and right up to the lit window. And inside, the child was curled up in bed with a rag doll, reading a book. And the child patted the doll's head and kissed its cheek. Such a great picture. "I know what that is," said the rabbit, who knew the warmth of his mother's soft fur. "So do I," said the wood mouse, remembering the sound of her mother's heartbeat. "Oh, me too," said the otter, who thought of her brothers tucked tightly in their burrow. "I remember," said the squirrel, imagining the gentle touch of his father's paw. "Yes," said the hedgehog, who fondly recalled sharing a meal with a friend. "I know too," said the beaver, looking at his dear companions while the white-tailed deer smiled in agreement. Such a sweet picture. Look at that. They'd never seen a rag doll, a road, a house, a child, or a lit window. But they all knew what love was. And that is the end. Isn't that a wonderful book? Lost and Found. I really like it. Wonderful, wonderful book. Well, I hope that you have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend. The forecast is mixed, but right now it's absolutely amazing. It's a stunning day outside. As we've heard, there are people out there enjoying themselves. All sorts of things going on. But I'm just glad we had story time together. To me, it always is the best start to a day, the best part of Saturday. Good to see you, Teddy. They knew what love was.
It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside. And when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling, a feeling you know that I'll be back when the day is new, and I'll have more ideas for you, and you'll have things you'll want to talk about. I will too.
Thank you so much for being here. It was fun to read stories, to sing, and we had a silly dance contest.